hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on, entertainers? So welcome to y'all with another video. We talking about these boom shells. Okay, before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and let me know what y'all think about this video. Now, this episode was one for the books. Okay, I was very happy about the people that went home. Not gonna lie, like I wasn't mad at the people that went home. I could have wished a couple more had, get to step in, but I take what I could get. Okay. Now the episode opens off with everybody still reacting to the game with the mailbox, and we see Ace, and he's feeling a way about Shelly, and Shelly still wanting Chris. And you know what? Ace has every right to feel the way he does. I will say that. As much as I don't like him, the fact that Shelly still has not really made up her mind in regards to Chris and him, and it's still kind of, because I don't care what nobody says, Shelly is trying to have her cake and eat it too. Pure point blank. The fact that Shelly is still trying to have her cake and eat it too is effed up. Ace is trying to do the same, don't get me wrong, but it's like he really has put in the work to wowing her. This man has had more dates with her than I think anybody in the villa. I don't see him put up dates where, they count toilet paper, dates where they play ping pong, dates when they play naked yoga. Like, it's always something that he's doing. So you got to give the man that. He has every right to feel upset. So Taylor, you guys, was really upset. He was like, I don't know why Alondria was cussing at me like that. Like, that's one thing I would appreciate. She shouldn't have been cussing at me like that. Okay, here's the thing. I don't like the fact that Alondria called him a bitch, because you didn't like when Huda called Jeremiah a bitch. So that was hypocritical. But everything else, you deserve Taylor, okay? Because you were playing in her face. You did not let her know, hey, I don't want you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. Those words right there would have made her realize, hey, let me not embarrass myself. But Alondria still has to take responsibility for her delusions because all the signs were there. You know what I'm saying? But him being upset about it was so like piss poor, because it's like, oh my God, like his feelings were hurt so freaking bad. This is the first time a girl ever cared enough to really let him have it. Y'all want some tea on Taylor, y'all? So apparently Taylor was supposed to be a part of this show called, like, it was supposed to be like a below deck, but for ranchers and cowboys. There was this guy who was online, did an interview, who's friends with Taylor, and he's friends with Nick. But he says Taylor and Nick do not know each other. He said that Taylor was a part of the show, and he came on the show later. So he came on the show later, and the show ended up not getting aired, y'all, because they said it was not that interesting. No shade, I see why. Okay, so just a little tidbit. It's not Taylor's first ride at reality TV. So the sympathy party, I'm not gonna join it. So Alondra, on the other hand, she's happy. She felt like she stood on big business. Who stand on big business? Alondra stand on big business. Okay, so she was extra elated, y'all, because she felt like she finally got out what she been wanting to say. Which it's a little bit too late, Alondra. I wouldn't mind Alondra go home tonight. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like you have really truly pissed us off, or at least me off, with how you literally robbed yourself of finding a true love, because you are too bomb of a girl to be in this island with all these dudes around, and you worried about a bird chest nigga. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you stood on business, but the business was like 17 business days late. Okay, literally business days late. Now here come Amaya. So like, guys, like it just really hurt me that like the guys are like making me feel like I'm like crazy, and like I've never seen Zach act like this. Like, oh my God. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of y'all were not agreeing with me when it comes to Amaya. I feel like there's a difference between being emotional and not being in control of your emotions. Y'all hear that? Can I say that again for the audience? There's a difference from being emotional and not being in control of your emotions. Amaya to me is not controlling her emotions. There's a difference. I've met emotional people. Emotional people, they'll cry when something strikes at their emotional chord. To me, Amaya has a lot of outbursts and doesn't know how to control her emotions. For an example, when people are getting eliminated and when people are at risk to be eliminated, why are you crying as if it's a funeral? Like, what the fuck? That's the part that I'm talking about where like you're not in control of your emotions. Fuck the crying, the outbursts, you saying things. Really, Taylor? Really? Oh my god. That's too much. You're not control of your emotions. Now, Amaya got the number one vote for the little fan favorite thing. So I said, oh, y'all must have loved y'all some papaya. I love me some Amaya papaya. But, I'm going to call her out when I'm going to call her out. Like, I'm not just going to stand here and just, babysit her. Same with Huda. A lot of y'all love Huda, but Huda, you can tell, is extremely manipulative and plays victim. She has a big victim mentality. A lot of y'all need to stop playing favorites and start calling out these people for what they're doing in that villa. Okay? Now, I do feel like once again Zach was wrong for what he did to Amaya, because you literally said in that same episode, I feel like I would never want my partner to like check me in public. Like I just feel like it's that be disrespectful. Like you could really check me like in private, and you literally did what you said you didn't want your partner to do. So that in itself, you're a hypocrite. Okay. Now Gracie, you guys, is so upset. Like she starts crying. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like you guys kept like bringing up Hannah, and like whoever did that, like I'm gonna have like a problem. They keep panning the camera to Huda. So me watching the beginning of the episode, I'm like, Huda the one wrote it. Huda wrote it, and Huda's scared to speak up about it because the target's already on her back. Huda wrote it. That's what it gave to me. So this is why we love Amaya. She sees that Huda saying by herself, and she's like, "So like Huda, I see that like you're like all alone, and you're not like talking to anybody. So like, are you able to like have a conversation? Like, what's up?" So Huda's just like, "I don't want to talk to anybody right now. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust any of you girls. I just don't want to talk to anybody." Okay, Huda looked like an emo in that clip. Huda looked like she was going to take some black eyeliner and start putting it under her eye. Like she was just giving emo. You hear me? All she needed was the makeup. You hear me? Which here's the thing. This is what I mean with Huda playing victim mentality, because she says in her confessionals, "I've had all of these girls back." Bullshit. The girls have all had your back. This is what I'm talking about. The girls have had your back. When it comes to Jeremiah, all that, they defended you, coddled you like a damn baby. The things you got away with, a black islander would have never gotten away with. Like, they coddled you. They helped you. So for you to say that is complete BS. But once again, what she did with Chris, I don't think was wrong. I don't care what nobody say at all. The kiss, all that, I don't care. I don't think it was wrong. Because it's like, Shelly, why are you trying to have your cake and eat it too when you're almost closed off with Ace? It just doesn't make sense to me. And to me, I know Shelly does not care about the kiss, but in my mind, I feel like she still cares about still wanting to explore Chris. And that's, to me, the issue I have with Shelly. Because it's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. This is the show you could do that, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you and Ace have been talking for so long that it's like, why now? Is it just because you don't want Huda to have him or what? Because that's what it's starting to give. Now, Alondria and Shelly are talking, and Alondria is basically saying, like, it's over between her and Taylor because you trying to stand on business in front of your homeboys. Like, it's just the way Alondria is still talking about him. Like, no, he's not trying to stand on business in front of his homeboys. He's just trying to stand on business, period. So stop trying to make it seem like he was just trying to show out, like, he still love me. Like, no, he don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really starting to piss me off to watch them together and them even talk about each other. It's irritating. Now, Shelly feels very shocked and blindsided that Ace would air out their business in front of the whole cast. Y'all, Ace was over there doing a pimp walk through the villa, child. I said, oh my God. That nigga said, That nigga was walking, that nigga was holding his crotch. I'm like, where is he going? Are you going across the street and go to Casa Amor to hang with some 304s and some more? Because where are you going holding your crotch like that, Mr. Lane? I'm just saying. I'm playing. Ace sort of look like the baby to me. Like it gives more the baby than Tori, if we're gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in between Shelly and Ace, I see where Ace is coming from. Although he's hypocritical in regards to not closing it off, because he could really end it and he could have ended it and closed it off. That's the problem. But I see what he means with Shelly. Child, and then we see Amaya over there crying by herself. She's like, she's literally sitting by herself crying, y'all. I'm like, oh my God. Listen, the brand Kleenex needs to sponsor Amaya. Like, you need to get a tissue sponsorship. That would be real kind. To wipe your tears away when you get love bombed, get tissues by Amaya. Want a new bombshell? Get tissues by Amaya. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a tissue sponsorship because the amount of tears that Amaya has cried are enough for 5 more seasons of Love Island. This is what I mean with not controlling your emotions. An emotional person may cry by themselves. So I get that. But the outbursts, not control your emotions. We see Zach in the bed. Chris was like, oh, you didn't deserve it. By the way, Amaya, a different type of crazy. That girl was not only crying by herself, she was looking in the mirror, crying at her. Oh my God. I love me some Amaya Papaya because these are the type of people you need on reality TV. They're going to give you something to talk about. Okay? Now, Gracie, y'all, is still, she's wiping off her makeup, y'all. Which, by the way, Grayson, baby, I thought that was somebody else. I thought that was Amy. Okay, for BGC. I'm like, who's that white wall on? Whole time it was Grayson. Grayson looked a very much different girl without the makeup. It's no shade. It's no shade. It's no shade. So Amaya is like, whoever wrote that is like completely wrong, and they should have never done that. And it was not a nice thing for them to do. Okay. Meanwhile, camera pans to Huda. This is why I feel like it's Huda, y'all. I feel like it's Huda. That's what I was thinking watching the episode. You know who's funny? Adrina. Adrina she's talking to Sierra, from what I remember. And then she's talking about how like Huda came in the makeup room and started slamming doors and dishes, bitch. She was slamming drawers, throwing makeup brushes. She was like, bah, bah. I was like, okay, like what's going on with you? Like Adrina is hilarious to me. I want to interview Adrina. I want to interview Shelly. I want to interview a lot of these girls, okay? And then Huda gets into bed and tells Chris she was the one who wrote the comment in regards to Grayson and Pepe. I knew it. To me, Pepe is a little pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you why. Like, I feel like he's the type of dude that's gonna string you along just so he can have somebody there as like a placeholder. Like, he's not gonna be like up and direct with you if you're his type. Like, if you're his type, he gonna keep you around, but he may not be like completely like in love with you type shit. Like, you could tell he's one of those unapologetic Latino men. Those are one of the worst kind. No shade. The girls that know. So it's like you might have dodged a bullet, Grayson. So thank God for that. But not owning up to it, I feel like was fucked up because the girls were already on your ass. You could have just manned up and be like, hey, like I'm not gonna sit here and let you guys call me a pussy. I know y'all gonna hate me for this, but I said this. I really was saying it to really save you because I feel like he's playing you. Like, I'm sorry if you felt away. I felt like the way that I felt, and I'm sorry. Okay? Like, it was fucked up, but I'm sorry. But I'm not a pussy. I said it. I feel like that would have made the girls respect her even more. So when they find out that it's you, Huda, they gonna respect you even less. It's like, oh my, Huda just be doing shit so backwards. It's not even funny. It's like she does it on purpose at this point. Child, so it's the next day, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Breakfast time. So Ace ends up. Let me tell y'all, Ace really love him some Shelly. He cooked her breakfast, even if he's still mad. He did an angry hug. He's like, "Come here." Like, that's how you could tell, like, if somebody's really for you, is even if they're mad at you and they cannot stand your guts, they still do what is regularly done on an everyday basis, but they may do it with an attitude, but they still do it just off the strength of it. Like, I like that. Like, that to me, like, That's that shit that like that's her real. You know what I'm saying? Like you still mad, but you still fucking with me. Like that's real loyalty right there. So that in itself, he gets tens for that. He does. He gets tens for that. Because Chris sure as hell wasn't gonna make you a plate, Shelly. So you better appreciate that. Anyways, Huda walks into the makeup room with a breakfast. She eats like one spoonful of eggs and walks out. Huda dragging her feet. I cannot stand a foot dragging asshole. I swear to God. You get what I'm saying? Like she just dragging her feet across the village. I can't stand bitches who drag their feet. Anyways, Taylor is telling the dudes how he told Alondria about how he felt about Clark, but then when she got in front of the other Islanders, she wanted to pop her shit. No. That was her venting how she felt after holding it in for so long. And to me, I appreciate it, even though she looked like a fool. You did look like a fool, Alondria. I'm sorry. Because you did all that chasing around and now you getting mad and all that. But to me, public disrespect that you did, Taylor, this deserves cut public disrespect back. Now I will say she still looked like a fool though. But it's public disrespect for public disrespect. That's it. That's all. So Huda and Alondria talk, y'all. The girls finally talked to Huda, and Alondria basically feels as if she shouldn't have did what she did. She apologizes. Huda accepts the apology. Huda's just like, like when it happened, like I was like, that's fucked up, bro. Like I never felt so like alone. Like I was like, I'm alone. Okay, and then Alondria is promising her she'll never do that again. She's sorry, and she doesn't like this weird beef shit that's going on. Who is it caused by, Alondria? The girls want it out, cause it ain't by grace. It ain't by a ghost. It's between you and Shelly. Okay, y'all teamed up on that damn Huda. Like, just admit what y'all did. Now I don't like a lot of things that Huda does, but her saying that about the kiss with her and Chris, to me, was so out of line because you know what's the crazy part is? Shelly didn't even care about the kiss. She more so cared that Huda was trying to make it seem like she was trying to get with Chris or save Chris for her. That's what she cared about. She didn't give a fuck about the kiss. So you just told them that they kissed out of nowhere and it meant nothing to even Shelly. So that's the part where Alondria lost me. It was good to see the makeup though, because say what you want about either of them, they were close from the beginning. I will say that. Like Huda would go to her, Alondria would go to her. Like they would go together and really help each other out in the beginning of the season. Huda, Shelly, Sierra, all of them all together. So it was good to see them really make up because I really feel as if like they had like a good ass friendship. So I was happy that they made up. Okay, because Alondria knew she was that ass wrong. Y'all, so Amaya and Zach end up having a conversation, y'all. This is why we cannot ever get rid of Amaya. I'm sorry. Because it's like she gives us telenovela. She gives us, 12 corazones. She gives us mi amor. She gives us, what happened? Como se dice drama. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she's talking to Zach, right? And Zach lets her start. She's just like, I'm not gonna lie, the way that you came and you start. First of all, though, Amaya, we gonna need you to come out with merch when you get up out the Love Island jail, saying, "I'm not gonna lie." I'm not gonna lie. So this is her. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it really hurt my feelings when I had two previous connections. Education connection must be, it's the right English for me. Education connection. I had two prior connections talking about what they didn't like about me, and then you join in. I found that to be very disrespectful. Okay, now Zach surprised me when he said, Zach gonna say he pulled the ace. Did you have a conversation with Ace before you had a talk with Amaya? Because you sounded like Ace, but a British version. Man, not hot, face ass. Like it bothered me. All of a sudden, you was uncomfortable with a kiss. This is why. Remember my recap, y'all. I said I might need to start asking these niggas for kisses. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? I said that. You are the prize, Amaya. Stop asking these niggas to kiss you. So she was just like, he's like, I'm not gonna lie, like the first day that we met, and then you said, "Can I get a kiss?" I should have told you like no, like because if it was in real life, I'd be like no, but I was like yes because like I didn't want to hurt your feelings and stuff, but it's like looking back on it, I should have said like no. I thought Amaya was gonna start crying. I said, "Oh my god, here come the waterworks. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 0, child. Here come the waterworks." She didn't cry, y'all. She was just like, "Oh my god, that is so fucked up. Like, really? Oh my god, like." What? You don't even know what you're saying right now. She hit us with the Nikki line. She said, "You don't even know what you're even talking about right now." Y'all, Amaya is one for the books, y'all. Like, child, Amaya, listen. Amaya starts telling him how he's weird. He's like, "You're a weird mother individual. Like, where's your head at right now? Like, where's your head at?" And then he's like, "Can I land? Can I land?" And all I kept thinking is, the plane just land. That's all I kept thinking of.
The plane just land.
Can I land? The plane just land, Zach. You should have been land, okay? Because baby, like, what do we do here? Y'all. So Amaya does not let him finish. She's just like, "Not gonna lie, you're an odd individual. I don't want to ever speak to you again. Okay, so just stand there, sit there. Fuck you. Bye." Okay, she starts to like walk off, and then he's like, "Okay, cool, it's okay. Fuck you, bloke. It's okay. You're cool. Fuck you, mate." And then that's when Amaya goes, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, "Oh my god." Girl, Amaya, you ate that seat up. I don't care what nobody said. Was that deal was weird. You could have said what you said to her face. That's what I respect about Ace. He didn't have to do the group thing when it came to Maya. He said it straight up to her, one on one. He had to do his biggest one in front of a crowd. That's what you got to respect about that short man. He gonna tell you to your face. The shade. The only person he gonna tell shit to his face is Jeremiah, but everybody else he tell it to their face. You gotta give him that. So that's why I didn't respect about Zach, because you literally did not stand on business and you did not tell her how you truly felt. You waited till you had an audience that could support you. So that showed us that you had no backbone. But Amaya, she has poor communication skills. You cannot be talking to a man and you're not letting him communicate, and then you're mad at the answers he's giving you, and you're not letting him say his thoughts out. And I really do believe he's not a bad person, and that he's a good person, and that he wanted to end it on a good note, but your ego will not ever let that happen with a dude. That's the third dude that you done fumbled, Amaya. You are the problem at this point, I feel like. So Pepe and Grayson end up talking, you guys, and Grayson basically starts having a breakdown because she feels as if she's been duped the whole time she was there. What Pepe did to Grayson is so fucked up when you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. She was nothing but a placeholder. And I feel as if she should be given a second chance on another show, maybe on another season or something, because it's like you not getting over Hannah has stopped you from pursuing other connections, when meanwhile out there in the real world, you and Hannah may not even have the same vibe. The vibes are great when it's the show and there's cameras and there's nothing to do. But when it's real life and you got work and you got things to do and bills to pay, the connections may not be the same. So you may low-key be effing yourself over. So I feel like Pepe should have went home tonight, no shade. Because it's like, if you miss Hannah so bad, go home and see her. How about that? To me, Pepe should have went home instead of TJ. Just my thoughts. That Pepe is a cold motherfucker. He said there was no connection there. It was no spark. I said, "Oh my god." The only spark was in his pants, child, when he saw a blonde American girl. That's all the spark was. So we see Chris and Huda talking. They're kind of having a little cute moment about how he used to be like a band kid and she was like a choir kid. Imagine Huda in a choir. You know what I'm saying? Sister Act, the toxic bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Huda in a choir. Now, Amaya has a talk with Bryant. Let me tell y'all something. It kind of triggered me, because not triggered me, but traumatized me, because it's like, this is the fourth guy, Amaya. Please get it right this time, because I'm so sick of you being heartbroken. You don't cried enough, girl. You feel me? Like, so it's like I was watching it in hopes that it don't go down the same hill that it went down with Austin, that it went down with Ace, now it went down with Zach, and now Brian. You know what I'm saying? But she was basically thanking him because he did defend her because she's Latina, and her saying mi amor and babe and everything like that. Which, like I said, I understood what he meant, because I do feel like this whole babe thing is so like overly done and dramatized. And these boys are little bitches for getting mad and using babe as a boundary with a show where y'all tongue each other down and spit swap it. Like, that to me is crazy. Maya and Brian would actually be very cute together. Like, the guy's an attractive guy, so like them two, I like to see that they shade. Okay, they're very very cute together. But once again, I get scared anytime Maya starts to talk to a new dude. Like, I just start getting PTSD. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, she about to cry. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, she about to get emotional. Oh my god, oh my god. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she about to ask for a kiss. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, she just called him babe. Oh my god, oh my god. Like, it's just like, she has given me PTSD from watching this show, because it's like you want her to do well, but she fucks it up a little bit, a lot. Okay, now Huda finally talks to Shelly. Okay, and Huda apologizes. I still hate the fact that she says, "I wanted this. It wasn't just for me." Yes, it was, Huda. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Stop it. That's it. Okay. Like, that's the whole thing. I feel like Shelly wants her to say is just, it wasn't for me. I actually like him. I'm sorry. I don't like Ace though 100%. Now, that was really a mistake. Like, I don't like this man. He's a short man. I just wanted to win the challenge. I don't like him, but I like Chris. That's it. It's that simple. And I think that's what Shelly wanted. The problem is with Shelly, I feel like, I know she said that she didn't like the way Huda responded. I just hate the fact that she runs to confessionals and really says how she truly feels. But in scenes, it takes her a little bit to get there. And that bothers me, because it's like, why does it take you so long to just say how you feel right then and there, or a little bit afterwards? Why it gotta be like a couple days past? Like, her and Ace, it took them a good amount of time for them to really have it out. Why? If I had that conversation to begin with, it wouldn't have gotten that deep. But I don't think Shelly will really trust her again. I don't think their friendship will get back to how it was before, because I feel like Huda had a stronger connection and friendship with Alondria more than her. So I don't see their friendship getting back to normal at all. Y'all, Taylor has a conversation with Clark. You know, he's saying that at one point he gonna have to talk to Alondria. He feels like he doesn't want to talk to her yet, because if she does, he's gonna employ it and pop back on her. I'm like, ooh, let you dare do that, girl. Alondria family gonna be waiting at the finale for you, there, girl. I'm telling you, okay. And Clark is like, oh, you know, I'm happy as long as you're happy. I'm happy. Clark, to me, something about her, I don't think she's truly happy with him. I feel like if a bombshell came in and swept off her feet, he could easily take her away from Taylor. It's giving she's content with what she has at the moment. It does not give that she's actually happy altogether. I don't get it. I don't get the vibes from that. And him, it's the kisses for me. Oh my god. Like, my pup gives better kisses than that. Like, chocolate gives me better kisses than that. I don't let him kiss me in the mouth though. But like, he give me kisses on the cheek, and it's a lot more passionate than what Taylor be doing with these girls. It's like I call it an open pack. You know what I'm saying? You know how you peck somebody, you squeeze the lips together. That's the open pack. All he does is open his lips in a pack. It just, to me, is so gross. Like, I'm sorry. Do better, babe. I am happy that he at least found something, because I didn't think that he would have ever found a connection outside of Alondria. I will say that. Next thing you know, it says Clark goes, I got a text. Okay. And it's the time for the Islanders to find out what America really thinks about them, right? So this challenge I was very excited about, because we could really get to see their reactions on what we have to say about them. So I was elated by that. Okay. I really wish the text said, Islanders, it's time for half of you guys to go home. let's start off with like rather have said that, to be honest, because some of y'all just Alondria, I'm talking to you. Why have you not pulled aside any guy for a chat? Why are you just laying around? Like it's bothering me at this point because it's like she Loki still want Taylor. The fact that I don't see her pulling aside dudes, it's like you still waiting. Am I the only one that feels that way? So we get to the challenge. Ariana comes out looking effing amazing. Like Ariana looks so fucking good. So the first challenge, you guys, they have to rate themselves on who's the least to the most genuine. They start off with the guys. The girls ended up switching it on how they felt it was correct, right? After the guys did it themselves. Who gives a fuck what the girls think? Because let's really talk about it. Let's talk about what America thinks. I was shocked that Zach was so high up in the genuineness scale, but I was so happy that Taylor was the least genuine. I said, thank ya. Okay, finally we get some truth here. Ace, you could tell, was extremely hurt about what America thought. You could tell his feelings were hurt. Now, the most genuine being Pepe, I don't think so. Because if he was really genuine, he would have let Grayson know how he feels about her way before the challenge even erupted the way that it did. So to me, he should have been more towards the Lee side. And to me, the most genuine really should have been TJ because he has not switched up on his liking for Iris and has not faltered on that. So that to me would be numero uno would be TJ and or Brian. No shade. Let me not say that. I was gonna say something. By the way, anytime that they finish rating each other, they either did confetti for the most, and least they did slime. Uh Austin looked like Shark Boy and Lava Girl from the damn movie. After in that confessional, when he was like, it's in my asshole, nasty ass. He looked just like Shark Boy with his hair like that. So next they do best and worst boyfriend material. The best ended up being Pepe. Second again being Chris. It was very similar to the most genuine and least genuine. Last ended up being Taylor. Second to last ended up being Austin. Let me tell y'all, it was not over that Alondra situation. They voted that Clark is because that man ain't got no backbone. Ladies, come here for advice. Come here real quick. If a man is a follower within his friendships, where like he has homeboys that tell him to do stuff, and he's a do boy, that's a bad boyfriend. Cause guess what? He not gonna be man enough for you, babes. He a do boy. A do boy never makes a good boyfriend. So Taylor is a do boy. Those are the worst kinds. Okay. Look how he acts with Nick. He acts like a whole girl. Anytime he sees Nick, his dick is hard. So it's like that's why he's a bad boyfriend material. It has nothing to do with Alondria. I can tell you that. I can guarantee you that. So Clark, open your eyes, babe. By the way, I'm kind of disappointed how they did this challenge. Let me tell y'all why. I thought it was gonna be them reading tweets about how they feel about the girls and the boys. Like I was like, where the tweets at? Like I thought it was going like show some hate tweets. It's no shade. You know what I'm saying? But you don't love Island and Peacock. They want to make sure to preserve the mental health of these islanders and shit. But I'm not gonna lie. A dark part of me wanted to see some mean tweets and see what the girls really will react to it. But they'll see it when they get home. Was I the only one? Not gonna lie, I wasn't the only one. Anyways, the next one was who the girls the girls' turn this time. Who was the most trustworthy, least, and the most? And the guys clearly don't know what they're talking about. They ended up putting uh Jaden as the first because she's an investigator. Like, girl, bye. That girl looked like she'd be up to no good half the time. And America ended up thinking that it was Amaya that was the most trustworthy, which I would say yes, because she does this. The one thing I love about Amaya, she gonna tell you to your face. I always respect somebody like that. She not gonna talk about how you're back. As much as she's emotional, she gonna tell you to your face. Like Huda, when she was doing shit in the beginning, she told her that I don't like you doing this. I didn't like that you did this. Like she told her to her face. I respect that. That's why I always go like Amaya Papaya. She don't know how to control her emotions, but that's Amaya Papaya. All right. So the least one was Clark. I kind of feel bad for her. I'm not gonna lie. Because she's probably thinking she's very much hated, which she kind of is. But like a lot of you guys, the hate that she's getting is unwarranted only because Taylor chose her. I think the voting was around the time that she was laughing when Alondria uh, got not chosen and almost eliminated. I think that's why a lot of America is they're not here for Miss Clark. That Taylor was stressing out, boy. He was pouting them lips like he was about to pucker up, bitch. That's what you get, motherfucker. Okay, that boy was pouting. So they do who is the most genuine. And the first one that America got right is Amaya. They go Iris. It was Alondria. I agree with this. I agree with this one the most. Because Shelly being second to last, I agree with this. Because Shelly, I told y'all, is a confessional gangster. A lot of the stuff she said confessional, she do not keep the same energy of person. So that I respect it. And I get why she does that though. A lot of you guys don't get this. I'm gonna tell y'all why. She's doing this to not appear as an angry black woman. And that's the tea. And I wish she would get that out of her mind because this audience, I feel like, is at least somewhat, because there's the racist ones in here, which I peep. Love Island got a lot of racist fandom, but the ones that are, of common sense, we wouldn't be able to pin you as the angry black woman because you're just speaking your mind, just like Alondria does. So it's like, I wish she would get that out of her head, but I can guarantee you that's a lot of the reason why she's doing what she's doing and acting how she's acting. Because let's really talk about it. It had any of the girls that what Huda did this season, she would not be getting the same support. Because Huda was getting a lot of support with these rankings because she was very high up. Chadrina had to call out Chris at one point. She was just like, I did tell what I say. Like, I'm not, I didn't lie. I said what I said. Because apparently, when she did the challenge where you had to say who wrote what, apparently she didn't say she wrote something until like a little bit after. So, the girls are trying to apply that she's like not trustworthy, but it is what it is. Next, we have which couple you like to go to on the vacation with the most? Amaya and Zach winning number one was such bullshit to me. I love Amaya, don't get me wrong, but like they're not even a real couple that's really into each other. Like Sierra and Nick should have been number one. I'll give them that. Like that actually would seem like a good time. So I wish they would just stop. People would have stopped voting just off of one singular person, but them as an actual couple, because that's bullshit. Zach and Amaya would rip each other's heads off across the seas. Let's keep it about it. They can't even get along in Fiji. What makes y'all think they're gonna get along on vacation? Bullshit. Okay. I agree with Taylor and Clark because sorry, Taylor, you just gonna have to get the brunt of it. Let me tell y'all something. Taylor, y'all, is the definition of like a girl. First, he won. I get you asking for a shower cap because you got to preserve the dreads. Shake your dreads, shake your dreads, shake your dreads. But why when the slime dump, you didn't take the brunt of it? You let Clark take the brunt of it. Like you are such a weak boy. Like it bothered me. Like you could have literally moved her out the way so you could get the brunt of it, so that way she don't get any of it on her body, on her dress. But you literally stood there, kind of shook at it. Like I don't know. It's just something about him just bothered the hell out of me. Like just the biggest ick. I felt like the placings for the most part were mostly right. It's just the first and second to me were not the most accurate. So it finally gets to the ending of the game, and Ariana gets all serious. Now it's time for one serious part of the game, and this time it's not a game. Only thing that can get played with is my pussy. Let me stop. Okay, so so 6 people, you guys are on the chopping block. 3 girls, 3 guys. It was Jaden, Grace. Okay, we're gonna call her Grace. Okay, and then also Adriana. Okay, next we had TJ, Austin, and Taylor. Okay, I was kind of hoping it was Ace, but I didn't want him to go home. But I just wanted him to know that like you're not who you think you are. No shade, just like knock him down one more pin. I'm sorry, because it's like Ace in his mind, he think he like King Dawn. So it's like this challenge, I feel like he needed. Like you needed a little bit of humbling, Ace, because like you think this was Big Brother, and you running the house. Like you know how the bad girls cut, they be like, I run the house. Like that's how Ace was thinking. I run the house. You didn't run the house. We ran the house this time. Okay. So I kind of wish he was in the bottom 3, but he was saved. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and then Taylor went home. But that was just, in my dream mind. The moment they said one of them had to go home, here come Amaya. What? What? Huh? No. Okay, yeah, one person gotta go, Amaya. Miss Papaya, somebody gotta go up out of there, okay? It'd be funny, Ariana just looked at her and say, Amaya, do you want to go home? Then sit down. Like, cause it's like, really, Amaya, you should be used to it at this point. All of y'all not gonna make it to the finale, god damn it. So y'all know how Love Island do. You gotta stand behind the people that you want to save, right? So the people that to me, of course, it makes sense. Clark standing behind Taylor, Iris standing behind TJ. That was a given. Bryant shocked the shit out of me. I thought he was gonna be at least nice and gentlemanly and stand behind Adriana. He stand behind the pussy that he wanted, Jaden. I said, oh my god, you wasted a vote though, Brian, because you know damn well didn't nobody know that girl like that for her to receive the most votes. Duh. You was better off standing behind Taylor or freaking TJ instead of wasting that vote. TJ to me should have stayed over Taylor, but that's just my opinion. Okay. When Alondra went up there and sat and stand behind Austin, it was Taylor for me. Why are you curling up your lips and twisting your lips like you mad? What you so mad for? Hello, like my whole thing is, had you been honest from the jump, you would not even be in this predicament. I'm not saying had you picked Alondra, but had you told her you don't want her like that from the jump to make her get the point, you would not be in this position, babes. So it's like don't be turning up your lips because she stood behind Austin. I think Alondra did the right thing. Had she stood behind Taylor, I would have lost all respect for her. And I would have wanted her to go home that night. So thank God she didn't stand behind Taylor. No, stand behind Austin. You've known him from the jump. You don't know any of these new people to stand behind them. If anything, she should have stood behind Adriana, to be honest. So she could have had more chance to stay. Because I feel like Adriana or TJ should have been the ones to stay there. This vote to me said a lot about people's alliances. Like it was really like the newbies versus the OGs. That's what it was given to me. Like the newbies were sticking together. We had Chris and Bright sticking with Jada. We had Elon sticking with Gracie. Like a lot of the newbies stuck together and a lot of the OGs stuck together. That's what this challenge really showed. So Taylor ends up being safe. Let me tell y'all what should have happened. Alondria should have stood behind Adriana. That to me would have pushed Sierra to stand behind Adriana instead of Taylor. Because Sierra, although she loves Nick, she's like all about girl power, girl domination. And I feel like had she saw all the girls united behind Adrina, she would have then maybe stood behind her. That's what I would hope for, and that's what I wish would have happened. But it didn't happen, y'all. I was very disappointed. I'm like, oh, they're gonna stay that low. Oh, okay. The episode, you guys, was okay. Like I said, I was kind of wishing it was more so tweets more than anything. TJ and Iris, I feel like they will last outside of the house. I really feel like they have a deep connection with each other, so it's gonna be cute to see outside of the house. Okay. Austin and Jaden too, I feel like were made for each other, so I do think they will last if they do stay in contact as well. And Adriana, girl, Jeremiah followed you after what you said. You shouldn't have said what you said. You see how you gotta watch what you say? You should have kept your mouth shut and you would have had a whole nigga waiting for you by the time you get home. And now Jeremiah is not going to be messing with you, babes. You lucky he doesn't block you when he find out that you got eliminated tonight, babes. Let me stop. Let me know what y'all think down below. And we're out, babies.
No, personal thing.